promise in this game, especially when it comes to community map making. The idea that someone could recreate a popular map. For instance, on the test servers, it wasn't available to show because they had various different versions of the test and so on and so forth, and their servers were all over the place. But they actually remade DE Dust, for instance, in this engine using the map creation, and it's pretty much pitch perfect. And that's great. That really, really is fantastic. And I just have all sorts of notions of recreating classic maps. Let's have a fight on E1M1, for instance, or Facing Worlds, or CS Assault, CS Office, and so on and so forth. I would love to see that, and you can pretty much have those modes. You do have Capture the Flag, Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, and stuff like Demolition. And I don't see why they couldn't just keep adding different modes into the game and give you all sorts of different options, and perhaps the ability to combine different switches in order to create a unique game mode. Halo's Forge system is probably the closest that I can get to that, but you don't really have that on PC.
I think Totalbiscuit is forgetting about one game, and that's Sauerbraten, or however the heck you're supposed to pronounce it. I've seen a ton of customized, recreated maps from all sorts of games, really. I haven't played this in a lot of time, so bear with me while I figure out the controls. But yeah, you can easily load any map and pitch in and edit it yourself, save it as a new map, and run with it. For example, I just loaded this map, and then I'm going to go into edit mode. It is by hitting E, and there you go. You can simply change everything. You can, as you see, you can make pretty intricate shapes and sizes and stuff, but I really have no clue how to make it, so I'm just going to mess about here. And yeah, I just figured why not make something while in mid-air. So it's just a pillar, and when I continue I keep my momentum from before pausing it, so there you go, a pretty pillar. I can go into all kinds of different server modes, but as you may notice, there's a new protocol, so I stopped this recording and I downloaded the new version. And I'm going to load that and show you a bit of the new version. And bear with me for a second while I insert basic things as my name. I'm going to pick from the master server list, and as you can see, there are a ton of different modes. There's a ton of different servers. I didn't even notice until later on that there are 10 pages, or 9, whatever. Let's just load a random one. While recording, it always takes a bit longer. Sorry, I don't have the same computer as Totalbiscuit has, but it runs fairly smooth. You can imagine that this is pretty easy to recreate different maps in and play them. There's all kinds of modes: Capture the Flag, free for all. There's a really long list, and I'm not even going to poke it with a 10-foot pole, because I'm going to actually insert it in the text. But yeah, well, we'll just I'm going to do a few notes and then do that for a few minutes. I'm not sure what I just have, but this is shooter-wise, this is pretty solid. It needs a bit getting used to, because it's quite fast, and, but yeah, it doesn't feel bad. The recording makes it look a bit glitchier as it is in game, but that's recording. Just have to play through it yourself. You can see that every map is still based around the same block ID, and the blocks are edited pretty intricately. I really suck at it, but I'm going to go into this server mode, this multiplayer mode. That's so yeah, figure out controls first. I had to figure out first that I was a spectator, and I'm going to try and figure out if I can find a map where I can edit. But yeah. As you can see, while we are doing this capture the flag mode, there are a lot of intricate details in the map, lots of corners and smooth edges and I don't know what, but yeah, I honestly wouldn't be able to do anything near that. In fact, I couldn't even create a few ugly blocks, but I'm going to try and show you a bit of the map editing anyway. There are servers where you can edit. You can edit in local, but whatever. See, we're just extruding a few blocks here and there, and I'm not even worrying about textures at this point. Basically, I'm also figuring out controls as I go, so this will pretty much suck. But eventually I stopped and looked at the controls and figured out basic things like F2 is the textures. So let's try and texture some things. You can clearly see all sorts of textures from all your favorite games, and they're doing quite a nice job, and you can pretty much recreate a whole range of different games and have fun with them. I'm not too sure if you can upload your own textures as well, but it wouldn't surprise me if you can. So it's Cube 2 Sauerbraten, and yeah, go take a look at it. Thanks for watching.